Welcome to youtube.com/Tree Show. Today,
or watch.
watch
V
question
equals, and then a bunch of letters.
55543921617.
We can't pick those, or else all of them would be something, 69, XOXO.
And you'd be like,
come on, guys.
They'd understand.
You don't understand, yeah.
We're here to review the 2014. Welcome to the new year, Royal Rumble. This is where we live our lives. Let's just dive right into it. Start off with there's only 4 matches, so you figured
we missed the pre-show.
Yeah, you figured the Rumble wasn't going to main event or wasn't going to start. Obviously, the title's not going to start. Brock's going to start. So logically, it was just Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, and maybe this wasn't good because the crowd got all their fun out quick because they were excited. They came Daniel Bryan. They said,
"Oh, weird. Wait, when you have the guy they care about the most in the first segment, they're going to tune out the later stuff."
That might have happened. I don't know for sure.
Weird.
I didn't, but I'm not in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So he comes out. He gives Bray Wyatt. The other 2 guys come out with him. It was like, well, wasn't the whole point? He was saying that, but they fixed that because the ref threw the other 2 out within like 3 minutes. So I guess they just wanted to add that referee edge to seize control and set the odds against Bray Wyatt. This match was much, much better than I thought it was going to be. Much, much better. This is your guy. Talk about it.
Oh, you don't throw the ball on Richard Sherman. Even if you have the best receiver in the NFL, you don't throw it on Richard Sherman.
Peyton Manning's going to throw all over Richard Sherman.
If he's smart, he's going to go after Chancellor.
It
was great in run coverage, but that's going to be a weird matchup with Julius Thomas. Anyway, different view, different day. The end of this match was pretty crazy. Bryan went for a suicide dive, and then Bray Wyatt caught him and then hit him with the Sister Abigail into the barricade, then pulled him back and ringed him with another one. And that was after he was targeting Bryan's head with a bunch of really innovative things I haven't seen a whole lot of. There was a lot of stuff with side steel posts and all these different things that were going after, which were all pretty crazy. Bray Wyatt picked up the win, and maybe the concussion thing. I don't know.
They were definitely trying for the concussion thing. Yeah, like you said, they're banging against the post.
He beat him straight up clean. They have all these guys they protect who can't lose clean, and they have this guy. That's how much they believe in Bray Wyatt. This isn't about Daniel Bryan. It's about Bray Wyatt, as we'll see in 2 segs.
I was 2-0 at this point.
Yeah, and
it didn't stop there. If you didn't watch my preview, go watch it. I got literally everything right, down to spots in the Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm going to hype this forever because this is the first time this ever happened. Usually it's hard to predict stuff. This was not hard to predict stuff. But yeah, it was Daniel Bryan. I mean, like I've been saying, what did I say in my preview video? If you didn't watch it, go watch it. I said, I'm picking Bray Wyatt to win this because Daniel Bryan went over, and because I think basically what I was trying to say was WWE does not give a shit about Daniel Bryan. They don't care. I mean, it's to the point where you can say, like we were saying before, or like you were saying before the show, it was almost like he's more over now. But was that their intention?
No,
not at all.
It never.
So I'm thinking, okay, so they turned him back because a college basketball team started doing his chant, and it's like, oh well, if WWE believed in him, as you don't turn a guy that hot heel. How in the hell is that saying, okay, we believe in this guy. He's getting so over that we need to completely change everything about him and then see what happens. No. If they believed in him, that would never have happened. So I just figured Bray Wyatt was going to win, and he did. I didn't think he was going to be 100% clean, though. Like, I didn't think they'd go that far.
He really threw off the pecking order because it's always the Breakfast Club and then whoever they anoint. And it's like on every single team, you know? Like, if somebody starts shooting more in a basketball game, even if they're making them, it's going to throw off the best player. Even if that guy's on the coach's son could not, well, hold on. Great analogy coming here. Coach's son of the president of the company. The coach's son's really the one calling the shots. If you never played with the coach's son, you don't know. Think about word for it. He's calling the shots, and he's getting rode harder than other people. No. I mean, For the most part, there's some. I'm not gonna say anything bad because I know a guy who's a coach's son of a D1 basketball program, and you don't think he gets it easier. But you look at in the past when Cody Hawkins was the quarterback in Colorado, and his dad was the coach. He sucked, and they didn't recruit quarterbacks because they couldn't possibly bring out a better guy because then it would be like, oh, we got to play him instead of my boy. So yeah, why would you build Daniel Bryan when he could be bigger than anything they've done?
That's the you can call it a conspiracy theory, but it's not. It's how many times does it have to happen before it's not a conspiracy theory? If someone's getting close to Cena, they turn him heel.
100%. They turned Ryback. They were scared of Ryback. They were scared
legitimately. Yeah, Ryback was getting over.
Yeah, we went to a house show and Ryback was the biggest guy that announced after he turned already.
Yeah, he'd already turned. There were more Ryback shirts than anything else. Like, keep in mind Cena wasn't there, but there were so many Ryback shirts. They turned him. Punk. Well, obviously, we all know that one. They didn't turn him, but they completely buried him.
They buried Wade Barrett.
Oh yeah, Wade Barrett, Punk, Bryan. They turn. It's just like, so it's like, how many times does it have to happen before it's not really a conspiracy anymore and it's just a real thing?
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Wrestling's never been a meritocracy and it never will be. So sitting here and trying to say the guy who's the loudest reaction should be on the top of the card does not make sense.
Yeah, it's not going to change anything. I mean, should it? I don't know. I mean,
should The Rock?
There's different ways you can look at things about where.
Yeah, you can sit there and you can try to say, well, I mean, no, we'll save it for later. We got more stuff to talk about, like this next thing where Big Show got beat up by Brock Lesnar before, during, and after the ring fell. And it was fantastic that it was Big Show away for a while, but probably not because, once again, he fits that slot to where, since Andre the Giant was really good at wrestling, Big Show will be perfect. Big Show's, they have to have 1 7-foot giant on the roster at all times, and the next guy is not walking through that door, so let's roll out the Big Show. Who cares? People like him.
They do?
Just no one in Pittsburgh tonight.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the world probably likes him.
Yeah.
He's huge and like.
He's had a bad run recently where he's only gone to towns where people don't. I'm a big fan.
For the past 14 rounds.
Let him go to the Garden where you really draw money.
Yeah.
Who draws at the Garden?
It's not his fault. The past 14 Raw venues have been anti-Big Show. Like, they just were picking the wrong cities.
Exactly.
They need to hit up the Northwest.
You see,
Big Show loves. The Northwest loves the Big Show.
Yeah. We covered this. Brock has been able to chair, and it was awesome. We can't really give any justice to it. It's him in the chair different ways, broke chairs, all of that. If you're into stuff like that, you should watch the match. If you're not into seeing guys get hit with the chair, just believe us when we say it was very vigorous and very tactful.
I mean, even if you're not into it, like, you have a fucking minute 45 seconds. Like,
that's how long the match actually was.
Yeah, that's how long the physical match was.
The entire segment was probably 10 minutes, 15 tops.
Yeah, it was probably.
With intros,
with the intros, the whole beat down, starting it. Is that the only offense Big Show got in?
Yeah.
I think so. Which
was punching him in the face and getting a 2 count.
That was my other prediction. Big Show needs 1 move of offense. This is going to be Brock Lesnar beatdown, and it was. After the match, he literally broke the top off of one of the chairs. Like, I lost count at 40.
He was just snapping on him.
Yeah, and the dudes on the front row were just making my day. They were just, but
Pittsburgh's a weird town, man. Pittsburgh's not how wrestling fans in general feel. Because when he was walking away, they weren't chanting for him or cheering for him or clapping for him or anything.
They were just hanging out.
Yeah, they would have done that. They would have done that most places. Would have done it at the Garden, right?
Guaranteed.
100% would have done it at the Garden.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Don't know where else. Garden.
Yeah.
It's all about the Garden, guys.
It's all about the Garden.
Nothing else matters.
You draw money in the Madison Square Garden, damn it. That's where you return. That's where big things happen, damn it. If you aren't over in the Garden, I don't care where you're at.
Why is it WrestleMania 30 at the Garden?
Because they can't have a match at the Garden. It was when Vince Senior died. He told Vince Jr. the money's in the Garden, and Vince Jr. is a very, very, very opinionated person who said nope. I'm gonna show him that we'll bring it all back without anything at the Garden. The next Mania deal with the Garden is going to have the highest prices of all time. There's less seats, and it's the Garden. Ladies and gentlemen, the next match if it would have happened in the Garden would have been a 5-star classic. Instead, it was an 8-star classic.
8
stars.
I know what you're
Minus
thinking.
5 stars!
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, you guys are just fucking with us. It's not 8 stars. Oh, on the contrary. It was 8 solid stars.
good as it gets.
There is nothing else in this match that could have happened to make it better.
Well, John Cena could have caught onto it.
Well, yeah, that's literally the only thing, and we'll go more into what we're talking about as we go in. But that is literally the only thing that could make this match better is if John Cena would have been self-aware. So the match starts out.
He's the guy who, when you're playing like a weird sport in gym class and everyone's kind of laughing, takes it way too seriously.
He wants to be the best player at quad ball.
Yeah, he's like, oh hey guys, yeah. He goes, yeah, they're cheering because
he's the dude. So was John Cena in this match the dudes that are trying to talk strategy over Xbox Live Call of Duty?
Yeah,
okay.
100%.
And Randy Orton was us.
They're chasing pickup basketball.
Oh, okay. And Randy Orton was us on Halo 3. Okay.
We realize there's nothing Randy Orton could have done there. So basically, to set up the scene.
Obviously, Daniel Bryan chant start early.
Randy Savage
charts. Then the Randy Savage chant.
Undertaker.
They
tried Jerry Lawler to get over.
We want Angle.
Yeah, we want Angle.
You both suck.
Boring. This is boring.
This is boring. This is awful.
This is awful. They chanted yes again. Daniel Bryan again.
Yeah, they kept going there.
They cycled around.
10 chants. Yeah, I don't know if there's more, but that's about the gist of it. But the reason this match was so good is about every time they would start a chant, like instead of like ignoring it like everybody, Randy Orton would just
rest hold.
They hit a rest hold, let him ride it out, and just sit there. Or he'd hit this in the ring. He hit the post, I think, 4 times in the match. Twice just standing and twice on different turnbuckles. And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen because we were big marks for Purple Shirt Guy, if you know who we're talking about. He was on the camera side. The funniest part is when everyone's booing or chanting all this shit, Randy Orton gets up there. That dude's just like, yep, as Randy Orton just up on the thing. So the reason it kept getting funny because, like we said, John Cena never played into it. Never. He never accepted this was happening. You know, he was so pissed.
They didn't change. I don't think they changed. I think
they got one. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks.
Yeah,
for maybe 5 seconds.
For maybe 20 people.
But
the real question is though, with this finish, which was AA, RKO, bunch of STFs, and then the other person each hit,
and then
the other
Orton hit an AA, and Cena hit an RKO, and it was just. But that's what we're saying is literally the only thing that could have made this better was Cena.
I don't think they changed the finish.
No, I think that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be like the biggest match of all time. They booked it as that, and it got absolutely dumped on. But it's not the Garden, so
no. This was the greatest match I've ever seen.
Yeah,
we
might have to watch this one again.
I'm gonna watch it once the replay starts at 10. Actually, I have it taped. I don't need to wait. But
did you get the start on the tape? It started at 6:22.
No, I didn't film the entrances of the first match. No.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, it was just because you could just see Orton, like we were saying, yeah, Cena. You just know John Cena. You know the kind of guy he is. He was so pissed that his match was, and you could just see Orton. He was either just busting up laughing, like just egging him on.
You know, he went in the back and he said, "I still get my cut, right?"
Like after he hit,
still get my cut of the gate.
He hit the attitude adjustment, pinned him, kicked out at 2, stood up and goes. It just started like that's what Randy Orton was killing me this whole match because he knew
he gets it. Randy Orton gets it,
and that's what you need in situations like this. Not everyone's gonna like every match. Not every match is gonna be critically acclaimed. Randy Orton's just like, you know what? This is the shit I'm working with right now. This crowd's not gonna like it. That's okay. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna change their mind. Might as well just go with it. You know, like, don't take this too. We're in a fucking fake, like, staged fight right now. Like, I'm not gonna change people's minds. Like,
not only that, he realized that it was bigger than that arena at that point.
Yeah,
at that point, it was probably 600,000 that bought it. I guess this was a low buy rate. Because it went against a lot of stuff on TV tonight.
I know it did.
I'm gonna guess it was a lower buy rate, but even then, he doesn't have to jump. But at that point, when they're shitting on you when you're there, you have to play for the camera and play for people at home.
Yeah, seriously.
You don't just sit there. I mean, yeah, unless you're at the Garden.
Garden sells.
If you're in the Garden, you play for the people in the Garden because that's where wrestling mecca is.
Garden sells, bros.
That's where it is. That's where you. Yeah. But so ECW had Hammerstein. That was their Garden. WCW had the Georgia Dome. That was their Garden.
WWE has the Garden. Is their Garden.
Yeah. PWG has Reseda as their Garden.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's where they have their own. It's really the only place they have their matches.
Oh, so it's their Garden.
It's their Garden. It's also their Pittsburgh. Oh, speaking of Pittsburgh, man. After Orton won,
Oh, well, how we didn't even say how he won.
Oh yeah, makes it even better because it obviously shows that they obviously couldn't audible. They couldn't hot route here. No one's talking about this part. I forgot about it. Do you all know why I forgot about it? Because it didn't happen at the Garden.
Didn't happen at the Garden.
Oh man.
I mean, I didn't forget because I'm going to talk about it right now.
You remembered.
I remember.
Because you have better memory because you predicted it to happen in your pre-show probably.
No, I didn't predict this.
That was the sheet. We'll give the sheet some credit here.
This is the only thing I didn't predict.
Shout out to the sheets.
Yeah, shout out to the sheets.
But when we say the sheets, we mean the dirt sheets. We mean Sean's UENT. We mean... Oh, wait, I can't. I'm not kicking that bear. I'm not angry. No, we were just kidding. Don't show your dick to us, man.
He came in with his dick in his hand.
About to leave. Oh, jeez. All right. You want to tell what happened?
Oh yeah. So did he get him in the S? I still remember what was like going on. Was it an ST? I think it was. Yeah, I think he got him in STF and he pulled him out. It looked like he was about to win. And then all of a sudden, the white. And this is where we both said, the sheets are right.
Damn it!
The three Wyatts come out.
This justified your pick of Batista in the main event too. When this happened,
I'm telling you. And
like
then,
that was like 100%. You were the most confident man in the world. You're like, yep.
I was just like, well, here we are. So they go and they distract. Boom, Orton hits his 6th RKO of the match. And 1, 2, 3, he gets the win. He slides on out of there. And then I thought the segment was going to end, so I went to the bathroom. But you said they attacked Cena.
Yeah,
I saw the tail end when he hit him
with it.
Yeah.
Cena fought very, very.
Did he fight valiantly?
That's what I was.
Did he go back at him, or did he just get beat up?
Like
he did.
Yeah, he fought back, and it was about the best anyone's given a 3-man Wyatt attack thing. Because Daniel Bryan beat him by himself.
Okay, so that makes sense. So yeah,
but that didn't happen.
No, that
happened at the Garden.
After the Garden.
Oh jeez, people are probably so pissed right now.
So
they're watching our review. They're like, "What? Why does he keep talking about the Garden? Let's talk about the Boston TD Garden right now."
Yeah, it's Boston TD Garden, not Madison Square.
No.
The Garden, the Madison Triangle Garden. Oh, Zoltan. Luminous. So yeah, so that happened, and we're just like, well, looks like we're getting a very long build up for Cena Bray at the WrestleMania. And then we got to the Royal Rumble. We drew numbers, and for the 2 Royal Rumble contests we were in, which was Mitch Smith, the Wrestling Gurus, and the best one, Will Ferrell number 1s.
Shout out to Will Ferrell number 1.
Somehow we've got number 24 in both of those.
And to make things
things better, he drew out of the hat of the 30. He also got number 24.
Which means the guy that I am a fan of as a wrestler all year
is
Wrestling Guy
Sean Bradshaw Layfield. I drew number 9. Now, you might be thinking to yourselves, number 9 probably wasn't a good number, was it? Wrong. It was the best number. I got Jimmy Uso. And after some extensive research, found out he is indeed the one who is smashing Naomi. So,
Jimmy, he smashed Naomi.
And
Jimmy,
the best part is,
Naomi.
Number 23 was Jey Uso. We were almost the Tree of Uso show. We were just dissect that in your heads.
Who else the Trio Camacho show?
Yes, we've only almost changed our name twice. That would have been the second time. The first was
Could it be the Garden of Woe show?
It might be. Trees grow in gardens, so think about
Orchards.
But hey, I'm sure there's trees in people's gardens as well.
That's true.
So
fair enough.
I mean,
a multitude of trees is an orchard.
So
but it does not necessarily mean it's not a garden.
Yeah. So needless to say, we didn't win those contests because we had JBL as a group. And needless to say, Jimmy Uso did not win the Royal Rumble, so...
Colby drew Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan.
Actually, was the one that fell on the ground.
Fell on the ground.
So we're going to question the validity of it, because I don't want to put him through this. He's gone through enough.
I think it's funny. He's never even in videos anyway. He doesn't have to do it in public.
That's true.
Colby, you love Eric Rowan.
He'll forget.
Never forget. Never forget.
Whoa, never forget.
Eric Rowan.
All right, let's go through the Rumble real quick. Number 1 was CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2
was your pick to win.
My pick was Seth Rollins, and he came out number 2. And you know what I said? I said what?
Yeah, he picked him before he came out too. Yeah, that was funny. We were
my process. I was like, all right, I know CM Punk will be in there deep. Does he have a shot to win it? You know what? He's coming out number 1. It's gonna be tough. No one's going to number 1 anymore. Not with those people always clearing out because that's an easy way to book stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins. Comes out number 2. I'm gonna stick to myself.
Damn it. And then So that more early guys were Rhodes, Sandow. They had some stuff.
Kane.
Kane came out relatively early, yeah.
He was 5, right? 5 or 6.
I don't know. He was around there. Your boy Jimmy Uso came out number 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the good thing about I guess a good thing if you're a fan of the Shield, which I am. I think you're a fan of, in general. The Shield.
Changed. It probably is going to change soon on the internet.
Probably.
Actually, no, probably not. I'll give it 2 years though.
But
they'll find a way to dump on.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying is,
Seth Rollins is a spot monkey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you like it, you like the fact Seth Rollins came in too, because okay, he's obviously not going to get out until the other Shield guys are in there, and they're probably going to spread it out a little. So you knew in your head, okay, Seth Rollins probably going to get some time.
40 minutes or so.
Yeah, he was in there for a long time. He was doing some cool stuff. Like you said, it was probably, hey, you're pretty strong. You're really athletic. You're going to do a lot of really cool almost eliminations where you hang and do weird stuff.
Yeah,
and he did that. And
he got on TV a lot, which is going to help him out a little bit.
Yeah.
The Rumble's a star maker. It happens in the Garden.
Yeah, when I say more of, I mean I've never watched an episode, so you're more the NXT guy. So what's
Alexander Rusev?
Yeah.
I'll give it to you in a minute.
Okay.
Alexander Rusev is one of those guys who is not as experienced as a lot of these guys that people like a whole ton. Doesn't mean he's not good.
Mm-hmm.
He possesses a very unique skill set, as in he can do jump spin kicks.
He displayed it, yeah.
And he's 300 pounds. He had a match with Dolph in December on NXT, which is, November or December, which is pretty crazy because he hadn't been around that long. Usually that's the sign. You have a match with an established guy, they believe in you. Mm-hmm. But I didn't see it beforehand. When he was on there before, I was kind of just this guy's gimmick is he grabs a 2x4 and snaps it before he goes. But apparently in the time since I've fallen behind on NXT a little bit. Apparently he's getting a big push.
Right.
And he's on the full-time roster now. Or is he? That's the real question. Who knows? How's it?
I like it. So yeah, he was the first. I guess he's kind of a surprise entrant. We saw the return of Kevin Nash because fuck yeah, Kevin Nash, Diesel, Big Daddy Cool. And when he got eliminated, you thought he had met his quad match again.
Yep.
Because he was not standing up for at least a minute and a half, and it was just oh no, oh no.
Do we as the YWC like Kevin Nash, or are we gonna poop on this?
I don't think anyone likes Kevin Nash,
but no one's gonna not cheer him because he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, he's
7 foot tall. Guy walks out
whatever.
unless it's the Big Show.
I'm still cool with Kevin Nash because he was in the NWO. So I still last year whenever he came back. And I was like, man, I will never boo anything. And then they let him come out to the NWO theme song, and I said, okay, yeah, I can never not.
Talk about 2011 when he texted himself.
Best storyline ever to do with a cell phone. That was a great time.
Oh my gosh, I sent myself the text.
And we're just
hey, big guy, stick whoever wins.
But from Triple H's phone. So
the text Shalene sent me. OMG, Kevin Nash thought he was dead. LOL.
Oh, CM Punk, the good times. We also saw returning Sheamus, a friend of the show, friend of Colby. He still hates Sheamus.
I don't know why.
I don't hate Sheamus at this point. Like I said, during the match I said he will probably, earn me not liking him back, but he's been gone since July. I have no reason to hate the guy. And I'm okay with it. He hasn't done anything yet.
Let's see. Yeah, he just has a tough match where he punches people a lot.
Yeah,
really, and there's nothing I should dislike about him except for I don't know.
Well, the reason we didn't like him back when we did is because he got the Rumble win, and that was back when you were just kind of salty because your argument was just why are you putting so much stuff behind this guy when you won't push Daniel Bryan? And then here we are again.
Yeah.
But they haven't pushed him yet, so we'll see where they go. They're not going to go anywhere but up with him.
So on this note though, is the Rumble a true star maker?
I think so for someone later on.
But the thing is that guy could have been made any show. He could have been made at Survivor Series. He could have been made at TLC.
He was made at Survivor Series.
That's true.
Somewhat.
He wasn't. He could have made even more. If you're good, you're good. If you're not good, they're gonna push you till you think you're good.
Right.
So let's just jump right to that. There's there's a lot of stuff that happens in there that was cool, and we talked.
Kofi's spot was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was running along. That was really far. That was probably, I don't know if it's the coolest thing. I liked the handstand thing because that was just the first thing he ever did. I was just what is going on? But definitely an upgrade from the chair thing last year when it's like
Just put one foot down and just slide over.
Slide his both feet up, whatever. But yeah, so I mean, Kofi, the thing. Yeah, we can just skip ahead. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose tries to eliminate Roman Reigns, called it, and then Roman Reigns ends up eliminating both members of the Shield, called it, and he breaks Kane's record with 12 eliminations. That's a lot of dudes.
Does that mean Kane's retiring soon?
I hope so.
Because I feel like Kane, he
he's
said
not,
no every time they want to face the take. Like, he's the most selfless guy back there.
Yeah.
And I feel like every time the Rumble comes around, they're like, someone, Kane's record. He's probably just like, I don't want this. Give it to someone else.
Yeah.
One day someone's going to win at 15. Gave it to the right guy, though.
I mean, as far as, I go. I mean,
in terms of making it so it didn't seem overbearing. Like, he didn't gorilla press all 12 guys.
And also, some of the dudes he eliminated, JBL, El Torito.
Yeah.
3 dudes at once when they weren't looking. So, I mean, it's,
he was involved in part of an elimination a couple times.
So it's
which
not
means
like,
he probably could have 10.5.
Right.
If you were to take fractions.
Yeah. But they didn't make it to where it's like,
he wasn't a monster.
Yeah, the most ridiculous
really
thing you've ever seen.
Yeah. It wasn't gorilla press. I'm going to throw everybody over the top rope because I'm a monster.
Just Kofi. Kofi got killed.
Yeah.
He threw him backwards. Kofi said, shit.
It was solid.
But yeah, so he gets to 12. The final 4 ended up being
Sheamus.
Yeah, Sheamus. It was Sheamus and then the 3.
Sheamus, Punk.
Yeah, the 3
Reigns,
favorites.
and
Batista. The 3 favorites. Batista came out at 28. 28, and then I said, well, maybe it's Daniel Bryan.
29 was Del Rio.
30 was Reigns.
Yeah. It happened. And then Kane comes back and eliminates CM Punk, which is building for CM Punk versus Triple H.
Yep.
But Daniel Bryan's one fighting the system machine.
Yep. He's about to fight a new machine, a great white machine. They fucking hate him. They hate Daniel Bryan. Why do they hate him? Like, I'm not a big Daniel Bryan fan. He doesn't deserve this shit. I'll be the first to say it. He deserves better than this shit. Oh my god. Why?
What? I don't get. Oh god.
Like, I can't imagine how you feel. Like, I'm not. What Daniel Bryan does. Like, his matches are fun to watch. Like, I don't hate the guy. I just don't like. That's just not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like, it's not everyone has to like everybody. And I feel how ridiculous what they're doing is. Like, did I think it was hilarious because I like to see people get mad, and I'm probably Chase Oliver's going, doop, doop. It's just gonna be funny.
No, I looked on Twitter and Chase was like, yeah, he was just okay. Yeah, he followed, and then Schlegel was the same way.
Yeah, well, me and Schlegel had this talk.
Goonie and I are on the same page here.
Yeah, he's a big DB guy.
Yeah. Ty 22 was just like, man, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I love Ty.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, it's just funny. Like, because it doesn't affect me either way.
The Lex Man's video is about to be an hour long.
Oh, geez. It's about to be 3.5. Let's not get it twisted.
No, it's going to be like a 4-part series.
Yeah, 4-part series stretching until WrestleMania.
It's going to be a Rumble review, what he would have done at the Rumble, what he would do moving forward, and why he's so mad.
It's going to be 14 total hours.
Yeah. You're going to switch a couple of orders around, but it's going to be,
No, it's going to happen. So then, like you said, Kane eliminated him. So then it's down to the 3.
And then at this point, everything that was, I mean, from like 10 people in, when you were saying Reigns was breaking the record, I was like, okay, well, he's going to break the record and Batista's going to win.
Yeah. And that's who eliminated Sheamus? Was it Batista?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
it was Reigns' last one
to get the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batista put him over. Sheamus kicked off and he speared him. Yeah. So then it was down to the final 2, and I picked Batista to win. I was so cool with Batista winning. I'm still cool with it, but god damn it, I just all of a sudden I switched. I don't care if it doesn't make sense. It's not gonna happen. I want Roman Reigns. I totally flipped, and I became not happy with Batista for that couple moments.
That was the first part since about 25 or 26 that the crowd was really like somewhat behind someone.
Yeah.
Like they were crapping on everything. They hated Batista.
Well, when 30 hit, it was Ray.
They booed Ray. They chanted Daniel Bryan.
But I mean, I'm not going to defend Rey Mysterio. I don't like the guy enough to defend him, but they would have booed anybody wasn't named Daniel Bryan.
They weren't booing Ray.
They were booing the
system.
Exactly.
They were
booing the fact that he wasn't. Yeah, exactly.
They're booing the Booker man.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not Ray's fault. I mean, it was just funny. It just felt like he was getting shitted on. Yeah. It just happened to be that they were booing the spot, not the guy, but it was still funny. So yeah, then it was down to, like you said, Roman Reigns and Batista, and they didn't. It wasn't even really that long after. I mean, they did the one stare, and that's what I said. I said I just wanted to see these two dudes go at it. Didn't think it was gonna be the final two, but I was okay with it. I just wanted Roman Reigns to win. They wouldn't have made sense, but still. So they go, they do the thing where it looks, he hits a mean spear on Batista. Batista hit one of the worst spears on Roman Reigns, and then Roman Reigns said, "Let me show you how a play I hate it does." Pow! He hits a mean one, straight up flying in the air. And then it was the thing where he looks like he's going to throw it. Batista counters it, throws out Roman Reigns. So, yeah, like you said, breaks the record. Batista gets to win. Not surprising.
I think Batista's older than your mom, dude.
No, he is. I looked it up. He's 45. My mom's 40. So, yeah, he's definitely older.
Dave?
Like, maybe 45 or 46. Dave's about the main event WrestleMania. We'll have to tell him when he go upstairs.
That's the funny part. The star, mate. I mean, they're building up to I don't understand. Like, are they expecting other things to? Did they get geeked up when Batista drew a ridiculous number? Like, that's the first time someone's drew a big number on a return.
Right.
Didn't Jericho draw a big number on a return? And then, like 2 weeks afterwards, he was getting crapped on the ratings. Mm-hmm. Isn't that how it always works?
I think.
But because he came, before the market could level itself out, this happens when stuff's listed as an IPO. It gives an immediate jump, like Facebook did.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is Batista. It's that immediate jump. You think it's going to be awesome. Hit like 60 points. You're
right.
Like, wow, yeah. And then it drops, and then it levels out.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to see Batista just drop. And then it'll hopefully levels out by Mania to where it should be. But
mm-hmm. I just want you to address Schlegel's point. Which was the thing about everyone's going to be pissed Batista won, but it's the same scenario as when everyone was pissed that Jericho didn't win.
Yeah.
I mean, they're only 2 years apart, so you can't use age. And I see where you're coming. I just want you to explain, because I know Schlegel's going to bring up his video, because that was like the point of his preview was what's the difference between this and that, because Sheamus was a young guy coming up, and everyone was mad that he went over the returning guy, but now when Batista wins, I mean, we haven't seen anybody, like you said, Twitter, people were a little upset about it.
I'll give it a shot.
I just want to know what the difference, because I'm 100% with Schlegel. I don't get it.
I'll give it a shot.
I want Roman Reigns to win more, but I like Batista, so I'm totally cool with Batista winning, especially since I knew it was going to happen, so I kind of prepared myself. So I just want to know from your perspective, because I know you're not happy with Batista winning, because you told me you're not, so I want to know why.
I mean, it's a totally different thing. Like, first off, Batista now is like 5 years older than Jericho was when he got second.
I mean, but it's only going to be 2 years. Like, it's not like you're building. It's not like Jericho was already established. You can't say he's building a new star.
Yeah, no.
And you said, does the Royal Rumble really build stars?
What was it? But let me get this full point together on this next one.
Okay.
Is Batista really going to build this next fight, or is he just like an ancillary part to the machine or whatever the hell is going to happen? I don't even know what they're going to do with that. But he's not exactly a guy who's going to get a lot of buzz for this main event. You could argue that Jericho, because he was coming off more of a mainstream-ish return, and his fight with Punk would have brought back a lot of people that would have became fans of Punk. So you could argue that was a better sell to it. A lot of us were caught up in the glare and all that stuff of Jericho when he came back, and that's going to play a big part in it. And Jericho, I think, overall is a better performer. But in terms of, that's just my opinion, in terms of drawing money, I have no clue. I don't see the numbers. Batista, I guess, when he went out, he was on top and he was killing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like almost tailor-made to where you saw the main event beforehand and no one was really mad about it. It was supposed to be Punk and Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
It was about to be the main event. It was going to be awesome. People were like, okay, yeah, this is tight. And if that would have been the thing they were building towards, it would have been like a better co-main event as opposed to feeling less thing, which it ended up being. We didn't know at the time. And with this Batista thing, I can name like 5 or 6 guys right now on the active roster that would have been a better matchup for Orton if they're going to go with the Orton route. If they're going to flip it to someone else, is it going to be a triple threat? Is it going to be Cena versus Batista? It's a weird scenario. It's a weird sort of thing to where he's not as big of a overall encompassing umbrella. And Orton's not as established as a champion, so it's not as much of this is what you're getting up the build towards. Even though I think it's going to be a good build. You know, they can do the whole evolution thing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, what I'm saying is the people aren't upset. The people aren't upset because Batista won because they're not want to see. It's because people. I'm saying the reasoning behind it, or people are going to say why? Because you said I'm just going off of what I've heard from people's videos about people are going to be mad because he's a part. I mean, he's not a part-time guy. He's going to be here for 2 years. I mean, he might be part-time throughout the 2 years, but I'm saying that's the thing. That's exactly what Jericho was. So if that's their reasoning, I'm saying why or what's the difference?
Well, I mean, I guess if you were to scale it back even that much further, was there? I mean, it's 2 years ago. I don't remember if there was another guy who would have possibly been a guy who could have won and would have been better. We didn't know Brock didn't come back until that time. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't help for Brock to win that because he was going to go after Cena.
Anyways,
yeah, and that was already in the cards. Triple H wants to go after the Undertaker again, right?
What are you talking about? What were you talking about?
It's 2000, the one that Jericho almost won. Was that 2012?
The Sheamus one.
Yeah, Sheamus one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you looked at it and you were like, Sheamus didn't make sense. And if they would have done,
or I'm just saying, I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying
if there was guys,
everyone 100% thought Jericho was going to win the Rumble, so they all got all hyped up about it.
Yeah.
And then he didn't, and everyone was mad. Yeah. So now, when the obvious thing happened and it's a returning guy actually wins, people are going to be really pissed.
I mean, if you were to take Daniel Bryan's popularity that he has right now, take it back, put it on Mark Henry, and have Mark Henry be the guy who they're chanting for and all of that stuff, and if they would have gave the win to Jericho over Mark Henry, would probably still have been mad as well. It's like an apples and oranges situation. I mean, it's just one of those things where if it's best of conceivable guy, I mean, there is definitely going to be some hypocrisy there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's going to be some. Someone's going to have a better logic than I am, but I'm guessing there's not going to be anyone that has a resoundingly great heart.
Right.
Because you can't really justify it.
Mm.
It's just.
I'm just excited to hear Schlegel's video because
I'm not mad that he's one because he's a part-timer. I'm mad.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying people that are going to use because I've already heard that from people. People don't know what they're mad. People don't know what they're mad about. Though. Right.
They're going to sit there.
Basically, what I was comparing is it's funny how I was just pointing out how people were so pissed that Jericho didn't win, and now they're saying this, and it's just a hypocrisy of it's funny how
it's a different.
They can switch depending on if they like. It's like it has to be the guy they like, or it's not good.
The virtual booker in the sky has become more of a predominant heel. And as he does more stuff like this, people are getting more and more mad.
It's so true.
Like right now, people are probably don't know what they're mad at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be funny to see. Who is Daniel
Bryan against but this proverbial man in the sky? Who was the guy giving Batista the win? The proverbial man in the sky.
Yes, yeah. He's the biggest heel of the PG era. That's the internet era, is the virtual booker in the sky.
They gave. This is why the Attitude Era worked out so well. First off, you had a guy like Daniel Bryan who wasn't getting over. He would have just bumped WCW and rolled that shit out.
Right.
Which actually was the other way around with WCW guys who came over and popped up, like the Austins of the world. But the weird thing, you had Mr. McMahon, who was the greatest heel character of all time, because he was the man who was pulling the strings. Now Triple H doesn't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't acknowledge that he does stuff. He's not the one pulling for the heel Batista to win.
He's not ready to take the heat for if people don't like it.
Yeah, but people are going to get mad at someone. Mm-hmm. So they're going to get mad at the booking crew. They're talking about how bad the writers suck. The writers sucked in 96, 98.
Yeah,
writers sucked in 99. Yeah. The booking crew in WCW was one of the worst things I've ever seen because they didn't have a predominant guy in the front, so they put Russo up there.
Kevin Nash kept booking himself to win.
But when they put Russo up there as the writer guy, I was like, oh, Russo's a punk. Oh, boo, Russo.
Yeah, you have to have that person to blame.
But wasn't Nash not doing the same stuff when Russo was the guy?
Mm-hmm.
Was when Triple H was, when Vince was doing all that stuff, was Triple H not in his ear? Was Michaels not in his ear? If you were to pull the Vince McMahon character out, would people have dumped all over the proverbial booker back then, or had the business broken down since?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why everyone loved Paul Heyman back in the day? Was because he actually had faces go over that the crowd wanted? I don't know. It all comes down to a weird dichotomy that we're in right now. Where people are mad at nothing.
Yeah.
Like literally, they are mad at a piece of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sort of thing. There's nothing down where I can get that can be a come up. It's on the booker. Nothing. Even if he wins, it's finally about time. It's not like, oh hey, cool, he finally overcame Vince McMahon. He finally overcame Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
All these authoritative figures. Even GMs, imaginary GM, all that stuff. Nope. They finally booked him to win. It's about time. Thank you. Thanks, guys. That's what it's going to be if he ever comes over the top.
Yeah.
But if not, we're going to be mad at the same bubble in the sky. Which controls wrestling.
The wrestling god.
Not the wrestling god. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
It's not, JBL is not holding Daniel Bryan down.
No,
guys.
not at all. Don't you dare get him heat on the internet. Even when they had Cole doing all that heel stuff, it gave someone something to be mad at. When he was the anonymous Raw GM, people were like, oh, I hate Michael Cole.
When he would announce it, yeah.
And it's like, no, oh man, I hate Michael Cole. Why is he always doing all this dumb stuff? Why is he with The Miz? Listen to the one booking stuff.
Yeah.
But because there was someone to be mad at, you can get mad at.
Yeah, you just have to be mad at something.
And I think that's what happened with this co-main event of the night, the title match.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing that people have to as high as it goes. People don't yell downward; they yell upwards. They don't yell. I mean, they're not mad downwards; they're mad upwards. They feel like they're held back by the stuff above. You go to a freaking company right now. Hey, what are you mad at? Oh, my boss, man. My boss sucks.
Always.
And go to the boss. Oh man, CEO's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the CEO, man. These stockholders are crazy. Or the guy doesn't care because he's rich.
Yeah.
And because they're up the top and he has the power and he gets the rush every time he makes a decision. But because there is no definitive top part, and then like the next top part, like the Triple H's and all these guys are on the same even level. The Breakfast Club, The Breakfast Club's gonna get a shit ton of heat.
Oh yeah.
Do you have anything else to add? I've got off for 15 now.
I told you to. Yeah. So that's good. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. How would you have booked tonight? I mean, that's a dumb question to ask in hindsight. Was Batista the right guy?
I mean, for Orton, who else? Like, honestly, storyline wise, as far as, I mean, it's not going to main event. So as far as a big name to put against Randy Orton,
yeah, you can't. You can't burn Brock. You can't burn Daniel Bryan on.
No, because I mean, people would be. I don't know how. I mean, I don't want to speak for people, but I almost feel like if it would have been Daniel Bryan, it would have been. Well, that's cool. I mean, he's in the title match.
That's awesome. Who's going to win at the Chamber?
It's not going to be the main event, and I don't want to see him fight Orton again. I don't want to see. It's like,
yeah,
you can't have every different way. Like, you want him in the main event, but you can't pick and choose who you want him in the main event. I get it. I mean, you gotta.
You could. I mean, people want to be.
People would.
If you go,
it doesn't mean you physically can. You know
no,
what I mean?
Not at all. But you go.
I think that's why I just don't get pissed anymore, because I'm just like level with, like, I understand what I can and can't control.
Yeah.
And I just like Batista.
Uh-huh.
Are there other guys like? Did I want Roman Reigns to win at the end? Yeah. Did I think he had a shot? 0%. So it's like, okay, of course. Like, it was more like when he lost. Ah, man, I wish Roman Reigns would have got it. Batista, you bitch. Like, not mad at him instead of breaking shit because a dude just won a wrestling match on our TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just where I am right now. I mean, could this show have been better? Yes. Yes. Could that
the Garden? Though,
could right? Yeah. Could the World Heavyweight Title? No, couldn't have been better. But could not have been better. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, when you break it down, of course you could do the fantasy booking videos where you go back 6 months, but for where they're at right now, who else but Batista that was in the? I mean, of course you could say you book it to have different dudes in the Rumble, but with what they gave us, is there a different result that would have? If Sheamus win, everyone complains. If Brock wins, people probably complain. I don't know if people are complaining about Brock. Probably.
That's the ultimate like eraser that they have.
Yeah,
the eraser that I thought they had was Daniel Bryan. Their ultimate erasers are CM Punk and Brock. They can have those guys do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's right there. If you have Daniel Bryan face either of those people aren't going to be mad.
No.
I mean, if it's just like, oh hey, you're going to fight Punk.
Yeah.
People will be like, all right, well I don't get it, but it's going to be awesome.
I just want to say something real quick. I don't want to, because I totally respect if people don't read the sheets. I wish I could contain myself from reading the sheets, so I'm not going to give anything away. But if the sheets are true on Daniel Bryan's match, on a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed off are you going to be?
12. I mean, I'll be so happy that I didn't spend money on the ticket in the plane flight.
This is more.
And I'll watch it on the network for like $10.
Yeah, this is more of the people that do read the sheets. You know what we're talking about. And if not, it's okay.
If you're 45 minutes in,
you probably read the sheets.
We've talked about the sheets already. They're talking about it being
Daniel Bryan.
Sheamus again. How the hell can you get to this? That's what I want to know.
That was my thing. I said immediately. I was like, okay, well.
How do you get? I mean, when they talked about different things, like they talked about years ago, they talked about Cena Rock, it's like, oh, hey, they're going to run a second time.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to run the first time.
We didn't believe it the second time, but god damn it, it didn't happen.
Oh, God. Well, all the different things. Oh, yeah, Punk's going to fight Jericho. How are they going to get there?
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to have Jericho's kind of come up through. Okay. Oh, wow, they really believe in Sheamus. They really believe in Del Rio. They want these guys to be in major matches. Okay, why?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the funny thing is, and stuff like Cena Wyatt is being rumored. Apparently, how you get there is you just randomly go for it. So, are they just gonna randomly go for it? Is Sheamus gonna be a match? Everybody's like, no! Pop, kicks him in the face. Like, hey, I'm mad at stuff. Yeah. You're my target. Like, what's the? I don't see the feud.
That's how they'll do it. It's just the only way they know how.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, we talk about. I mean, they have a couple different ways to get to places, but I mean, they'll have.
But it's like
everything in wrestling comes down to like different things. You have the breakup of the tag team, which is how they have the Shield match.
Probably.
You have the breakup of the brother tag team, which is how they have the Rhodes family match.
They could have the Road match. They could have it like how they did with Legacy, Orton versus and they could have Roman Reigns versus.
There's the earning of respect that's passing the torch, which is going to be probably the New Age Outlaws against whoever the hell they want to roll out there. Probably the
Usos.
You have only.
Well, the thing is, it's like you're gonna have to when your destination is Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus, like you're gonna have to have a pretty good road trip.
No,
getting there. I mean,
they don't care.
The worst thing
they
ever.
Truly don't care. Like if they cared, they would have pulled. They wouldn't have turned him heel.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I picked Bray Wyatt, and that's why he won clean, and then they never touched on him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the Rumble. Like tomorrow on Raw, it'll probably be like. They probably won't even mention it because obviously Bray Wyatt's already moved on to Cena. He's moved on to bigger things.
Even though Bryan went over already.
So what are they gonna do with Bryan? I'm just like
they're gonna do is they're gonna have him go out there. Maybe they're gonna be mad at something.
Like, is he gonna go through the Del Rio phase where whenever Del Rio would lose, he'd like win jobber matches for 3 weeks and then lose at the next pay-per-view? Or are they gonna come out and have him?
They came against a fucking jobber.
Yeah. Is he gonna come out and just be super pissed, but not at Bray Wyatt because Bray Wyatt doesn't care? He's on to Cena now. I have no idea what's going on.
Can give him a fucking 20-minute long promo to start off a show where he sits there and people channel along like he's a fucking maestro of an orchestra. Is he gonna sit there and pump people up like an MC of an event? Or is he gonna be a fucking professional wrestler and talk to Renee Young? Hey, Daniel Bryan, how do you feel about not being in the Rumble? I hope he just goes into old Daniel Bryan mode. Like now with all the screaming and stuff, where he's super intense, it's just like, okay, yeah, awesome. Hope he goes into old mode where it's like, huh. Like when he got kicked off NXT, he goes in that mode where he goes in sarcastic asshole mode, where he's just like, it's funny. Like Daniel Bryan never wrestled on the independent scene. That was Bryan Danielson.
Didn't you say on Twitter he was doing that already? Kind of like you think that's where he's gonna go with it?
No, he was going off on his tweets, but it was
okay.
The man's holding us down, all this stuff, but it seems so scripted and stuff. He doesn't care. He truly does not. He's getting a paycheck. Doesn't care about money. He just wants to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, he's getting kicked around and all that stuff. I'm trying to give a guy in the past who he's like. Have to be a WCW guy, because that's what they're at right now. People talk about all this different, oh yeah, we gotta move to the next PG era. PG era is this. No, they're in WCW Part 2. They have the same guys running the shit. It's all about putting the guys at the top over and fucking everyone else over. You have guys like Punk who are sitting there, and that's your radicals. That's, well, there's no cruiserweight division, so we kind of sit there and mess around. The mid-card belts don't mean shit because they don't get defended ever. They're put on guys to make it kind of seem like, yeah, we believe in you, but they don't do shit with it. What are they going to do? What is their end game? Their end game is to build to get a big-ass Randy Orton against Triple H match at SummerSlam or some shit. Is it?
Can only hope.
Think about it. You're at fucking Mania. You got Triple H versus Punk.
Mm-hmm.
You got Batista versus Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H goes over. Randy Orton goes over. Huh. What are they gonna do next? Well, who's gonna turn?
Well, I think Batista wins at Mania though, and I think Punk goes over at Mania though.
Well, that even sets it up even more so. It's like, oh man, I lost, and they both go on rampages the next 6 months.
That would make sense.
I don't think Punk goes. I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. At this point,
I believe it.
I don't.
I believe it, guys. He's gonna do it this time.
Is it?
Referring to how he didn't do it last time and one of the dumbest things we've ever seen. This time.
It'll be bullshit, though. It'll be bullshit. It won't be like...
It'll take 7 GTSs and an Anaconda Vice.
It won't be...
You'll pass out.
It won't be a GTS to the barricade and a GTS in the ring, like Daniel Bryan lost tonight.
Mm-hmm.
No, it won't be like that at all. Because that's not how Triple H does business. And that's how you maintain your spot at the top. Because now when Daniel Bryan's at the top, it's going to be like, oh, Bray Wyatt beat you clean on the Big Four.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it was a nice job. Thanks for putting him over. It really helped out John Cena a ton.
Oh, I know. That's what's so funny is, like, it's just like they're just completely disowning Daniel Bryan to build up a guy to feed the John Cena machine. Like, that's what it is.
Didn't that the Punk last year to the Ryback thing? Or was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
Let's see. I feel like they did Kane. Oh, Zack Ryder did the same thing too as well. He was one of the top 5 most popular guys in the company, and all of a sudden he's Cena's buddy until it's time for him to be fodder to someone who becomes fodder to Cena.
Yeah.
Set up for Cena Rock, like that's not going to build itself. I don't know.
Who knows?
Nobody does. I mean, they don't.
Obviously.
They don't.
We know this.
They're going to sell. They could fucking mess around and sell 1 million pay-per-view buys. With the roster they have, you have a Taker match. You put Taker against fucking Heath Slater. People are going to be like, there's no possible way. Like, why the hell is this even happening? And they'll be sitting there like this, like, just like every time you Slater off, and just be like, is this really going to happen? And they'll be even more mad at at the bubble in the sky.
Why is he getting punches in?
Yeah, like why should be a match? Why the hell did they book it like this? They've been mad at the booking crew, which makes them more. I don't know. Doesn't make them any money at all because people are gonna fucking turn off the television program. What are they gonna do? They could have fucking Punk against Ziggler, and the internet marks would be like, "Oh my gosh, Dolph Ziggler is finally getting the recognition."
He'd be excited.
Yeah. But
it's good.
I don't know. Are crowds more like Pittsburgh and Seattle, or are they more like the Garden? Are they more?
The Garden's the Garden.
Are they more like Boston? Are they more like all these fuck places?
I don't know even who the fans are anymore. Like, I don't know. It changes every 2 days.
There's like 10 million fans. It's so tough to typecast it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a guy who's consistent, why not go with that?
Right.
Actually, no. What you go with the strong hands that keep you money at the gate. I don't get that either. Do you have any thoughts? I feel like you should go on a rant right now. Just go off on what people are going to be saying.
Oh, I already went off on what they're going to be saying, but I guess I know I can't really see what they're saying. The whole thing, like I said, your point made sense, but the people that are going to say that
but they're not going to get that level.
He's just coming back. Oh, you can't give it to a guy. Like, I know who's going to do it, Mitch Smith, because Mitch Smith made a video called "If Batista Wins, I Will Fucking Rant," and then he talked about it for 45 minutes, and that was before it happened. So now it's gonna be bad. So I'm saying
we're at 52,
but at the same time, yeah, exactly. I'm saying X-Man shout out. This is an honor for X-Man.
Oh God, we're gonna get 100 views on this.
But it's okay though.
Is it worth it though? Is 100 views of an hour-long video as good as 200 views of a 30-minute long video?
Yeah,
good,
because it means people watched a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's true. People probably listen to us like while they're like exercising.
As they should. We just pump them up because we're pissed about stuff sometimes, and they're like, "Yeah."
We're more apathetic.
It's not like we're mad.
We're a tree of apathy.
We're not just like. It's not like we're mad. We're not freaking out. We're just saying.
We're like the guy who just got hit in the stomach 20 times and like lost a fight.
We're
like,
the dudes. Yeah. We're the dudes standing in the back of the club watching everybody else make asses of themselves while we go. I mean, we're here. We're having a good time too. I mean, you don't have to make yourself look like an idiot.
Yeah,
we're just having a good time out here too. You know, and it's just like because there's gonna be those people. I'm not gonna mention any names, but everyone that are gonna make videos and they're probably gonna be yelling, "This was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And it was I cannot believe this has ever happened. Oh, I did it." Blah, 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 blah. It's like,
but at least those people are gonna be so mad that they don't know what they're mad at. It's gonna be hilarious.
It's just gonna be yelling to yell, and I'm just gonna watch them all. And I'm just gonna be like,
oh God.
We're gonna have so many face palms. Then Ty's probably gonna be able to be like, man, you get, shit
I don't
happens,
get it, man.
I mean, Ty's more like us. Like, even if he doesn't like something, it's just like, man, I don't understand that. I feel like you should be pushing Daniel Bryan, and that's. 100%. I feel like that's how you should be going about things.
Yeah.
You don't need to yell and scream to a
webcam.
No one can hear you. Like,
it's therapeutic to do that.
Yeah, this is so stupid.
We were sitting there watching it. We weren't mad.
No, I just hope. Well, I'm cool with it. Like I'm okay. I picked Batista. I was okay with it. I was excited for his return.
You're not buying a Batista shirt right now, though.
No, I'm not gonna buy a Batista shirt right now.
But the thing is, if Roman Reigns won and he had a T-shirt,
I'd have bought a Roman Reigns shirt
100% right there.
immediately. I was all on that train. I was cheering for him by far more than anybody in the entire match.
Maybe they fucked up.
But that's my guy.
They fucked up all the other times when they're like, oh, we're going to make a guy a star. Let's go with W. Let's go with Sheamus.
Right, and then
Let's
this
make
is the time they chose to not do it.
Yeah.
That was funny. But yeah, it was funny, like you said. All of a sudden, the Roman Reigns chant breaks out, and Batista's in his head probably just thinking, the fuck? What? Like
at that point, he's probably expecting it.
No, I'm sure he knew.
2.5 hours in the pay-per-view, he's probably just like, this crowd, whatever.
Yeah, they're not gonna like me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just funny how it's just funny how it works out. Sometimes just weird shit happens. But I'm excited to watch other people's videos for like the first time. That's why I just have shit on. When WWE did the YWC a favor because for so long I stopped watching videos because there was no point because there was no like opinions about it that people really cared about. Yeah, this will start it.
Yeah. Oh, Daniel Bryan lost. That was
well, yeah. This will start it because everyone's gonna. Yeah, I'm just talking about
TLC.
I'm just talking about. Oh yeah.
The thing about TLC, I didn't watch the TLC review because it was like a bunch of people are gonna talk about the unification match.
Yeah, you knew.
And say whatever. Cool. No one had a strong hot take on that. No one had a hot take on Punk going over and Shield.
Yeah, this will be the first one because we're just talking about what people's reaction to Batista winning are. We haven't even touched on Daniel Bryan losing clean, Daniel Bryan not being in the Royal Rumble, the Randy Orton John Cena. Like these reviews are going to be gold.
Yeah, I mean him not being in the Rumble makes sense. He got his fucking head kicked in.
Right.
Beat up. You don't lose a match and go in the Rumble.
No, well, especially not when you get your
not like that.
Like that. No.
Yeah, no. If you
like
lost about
Cody Rhodes, and that makes sense. They lost. They didn't get.
It was a
tag.
It was a roll. I saw. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, it was
like a famous. Yeah. They didn't get hit with a chair 400 times. That's why Big Show wasn't in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's what people are going to freak out about that. So there's one thing they're going to be mad that you lost, which understandable. I see that point.
Him losing to Bray Wyatt. I mean, with how it went down.
I mean, I understand they want to build Bray Wyatt.
At the time when he lost to Bray Wyatt, I was like, okay, yeah. But when it was like he's fighting Cena afterwards, I was like, oh, fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Is
the bad guy? The bad guy doesn't go over and then move on to the next thing.
Now that we, it's once we found out that okay, this is where they're going, then it was like that was kind of dumb.
Think about it. Because James Bond movies, it's the villain kills James Bond and goes after the next agent.
Yeah.
You're not a fan of James Bond anymore.
No, you don't. So it's just I don't even know. It's just one of those things where it's like.
Oh, cool. The Joker won. Next up, he fights Superman.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like what I was saying. When Bray Wyatt came out and did the whole thing, I was like, you know what? Okay, maybe they're gonna push Bray Wyatt and have him beat Cena. I can live with this. And then we both took 5 seconds and went, nah, Cena's gonna whip his ass. And then we decided we didn't like it anymore. No, it's just stuff like that. I mean, it's just like it's sad that it gets to that point where it's just like you're thinking in your head and you're like, here, shit. Damn it. It just gets to that point where you're like, well.
We're on a runaway train right now. I mean, we know where there's not even any fucking stops at this point. It's like, oh, wait, do you want to jump off?
Yeah.
Awesome. Jump off. Fantastic.
Yeah. Good time.
But everything's moving at the same speed, so you jump off. You don't go anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
The train's still moving. Either catch up to the train or walk away from the train entirely.
Mm.
Which is how they lose wrestling fans.
Yeah. Because even though the sheets, I was still just holding on for Cena Undertaker. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I've been talking about it forever, guys. Come on. What if? Wait. What if? Nope, not gonna happen. I'm not gonna go there. But I just want to know what they're gonna do.
Why it's working for Taker?
Yeah.
And the one that makes sense for would it make sense for him to fight Bryan then?
Yeah.
Because that's been the feud for the past 4 months.
It would have, but not anymore. So now we've moved on. We're there now.
Wait, hold on. But like the good guy just lost. Mm-hmm. It's like the bad guy's like super villain leader.
Yeah, he won. He's moving on.
Is Daniel Bryan catching up and asking his buddy John for help? Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh no.
My god. Is that what's gonna be? Is that it's gonna be Taker is the one leading the Wyatt family? So Bryan knows he can't beat him alone. So Cena goes, "I got your back, buddy," and then it's Cena's the one that breaks him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Because think about it, Cena always comes to the rescue of the guys that can't accomplish what they're trying to accomplish, and then he does it for them. No.
That helps anyone out.
John
Oh,
Cena
hey, look,
versus-
I see you're not catching any fish. Here, I'll catch a fish for you.
John Cena versus Bray Wyatt is just made so much sense to everyone.
God damn it. Take us home.
Well, guys,
You have
sometimes
50 seconds for we're at a minute.
sometimes when you make an hour video, you just go to a point where you come up with ideas that you just say, man, this is what happens when you talk for a long time. You just ideas pop in your head and you realize that's just not okay. So we'll see what happens tomorrow on Raw. If Daniel Bryan comes out and starts talking, and then John Cena comes out and says, "Looks like we have a common enemy. I'll take care of him for you," and that's where they go, then god damn it. And then Sheamus comes out and says, "Man, you know what? I think I should fight you, Daniel Bryan." And Daniel Bryan says, "Shit, you're probably right." And they just start building like that. Well, then I don't know what's gonna happen. Brock Lesnar still thinks he gets the title shot, so that's gonna happen too. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they know what's going on, so we'll see. But for now, this has been an hour-long video. Thanks for watching our podcast. Because, if it goes over an hour, it's automatically a podcast. So you guys can't complain, because this wasn't meant to be a video you watch. You're supposed to be working out. You're
listening to it while you're working.
Trying to go to sleep. We have very soothing voices. We don't yell. I mean, if you're trying to, if you have insomnia,
Don't listen to the old Off the Rope show videos.
no, they would just, yeah, exactly. So, but that's it for us. Let us know what you thought down below. We brought up about 45 different questions, so if you have the answers to those, let us know.
You got the answers, Slay.
Yeah, so hey, we'll see you guys later. Let us know what you thought, man. This is the Tree Wolf Show. We're gonna go now, 'cause I'm young.